Hi Jessica, my name's Daphne. I'm one of the tutors here at IELTSpodcast.com. Thanks for sending in your essays for correction. It's a really, really good idea to get some feedback before you do your exam again. I'm sorry you didn't get the grade you wanted. What we do here is we do essay feedback like this. Also have a look online at the course, the details of the course we offer. So there's lots of courses, but there's specifically one on writing, which I think you might find really useful. It goes through every single aspect of how to write these really difficult essays, how to answer the question, how to organize your essay. There's a little bit of work on a vocabulary improvement, all these sort of things, and our students get great results. So we work with them and do a lot of corrections like this, which can really help. So you've got here two pie charts. So the pie chart, we don't say pie graph, pie chart. Compare. The pie charts compare the percentage of products produced by farming in two different countries in 2017. Okay. Good, that's fine. We can clearly see, so I wouldn't say we can clearly see, because I don't really want your kind of chat, if you said to me. So it can clearly be seen. Start with it. It can clearly be seen that in Brazil, there were 6 crops produced. There was 6 crop productions, okay, and rice was the major. Yes. So the pie chart of France shows that cotton had a far higher percentage, or okay, by far, by far, not a far, by far the. If you're going to use the superlative, est, you have to have the always before it. By far the highest percentage, and corn was the lowest. Okay? That's a good overall sentence. Well done. It can clearly be seen, or we quite like this word, overall. Yeah, you could have that. Overall, it can clearly be seen. That would be fine there. Okay. You don't need to say this again here, Brazil, 6 different products, because you've already shown me that they've got 6 there. So the pie chart was Brazil. So in Brazil, I would just say, rice represented, past tense here, the biggest proportion at almost 1/3 compared to, so this is all about comparing and contrasting. So all of these words you need. There is a free, a lot of free stuff on the website, all about these task ones and the kind of language you need. So get into that. That will really help you. Compared to sugar and soya, which constituted. So if you're going to compare to, you need to have which constituted nearly a quarter each. That's fine, good. Conversely, very nice, wheat. Now use the other ones as well. There's wheat, barley, there's some more in here. Now you want to talk about all of them. Wheat and barley. Wheat and barley have the least production compared with the others. Representing an insignificant minority. Okay, that's fine. That paragraph is fine. Let me just take out that. Okay. In France, you don't need to keep on saying here circle graph. That can go. Displayed that cotton had nearly 1/3 of farming production being this being it's complicated. In France, the biggest proportion, the biggest production, farming production, was cotton at nearly 1/3. Okay, whereas you could use this nice word here, whereas sugar and wheat represented or produced or showed something like that, nearly 21.9 and 20.4. In contrast to Brazil, not on the contrary, in contrast to Brazil, France produced, not possessed, I'd say produced, minimal proportion of rice spelling with a value of 3.5. Okay, it's not really a value with a quantity of 3.5%. What you haven't done here, so what you've done is okay. What you haven't done is more comparisons between the two. So where you've got the ones that are similar, you've got the same. So sugar and sugar, rice and rice you've mentioned, wheat and wheat. These are the things that you should be highlighting, because that's why they've got two of them there. It doesn't want you just to talk about this and just to talk about that. It wants you to compare the data. So you could have another look at that. Maybe do that one again. And here, where you've got, this is the only sentence where you kind of talk about them. I mean, you do compare them a bit, but I think you can compare them a bit more. Yeah. So when you've got compared to sugar, and then you could put, sugar in France was this. So it doesn't just need to be one paragraph about this one and one paragraph about that one. More contrasting between the two, please, is what you need. Okay, so this essay is a very difficult essay, isn't it? International marketing. Now, what do you understand by marketing? So I want you to be talking about advertising. That's what it means. It doesn't mean trade, it means advertising. Okay? So I think you need to start with, like, in today's increasingly global world. Something like that. You need, in the beginning of these essays, some sort of blah, blah, blah kind of comment, something general, a general opening sentence. There is no doubt that international marketing, now you need to say to me immediately, advertising, then I know you understand it. Don't just use the same words that are in the question. That's very dangerous. It's considerably believed, or is frequently believed, to be an illegal trade for illegal? Illegal's a bit strong. Excuse me. No, I don't think you can have an illegal trade. The local merchants in the economy of the host country. Why? Tell me why quickly. Why you think that? Nevertheless, it's often considered by some that such marketing is significant for the economic form of education, change factors, and culture. Okay, so this has come from the title, and it doesn't really mean anything. It's not really saying anything to me. You're not telling me why you think that. In my opinion, I strongly believe that international marketing can help countries to grow their trade significantly by the exchange of locals. Okay, yes, but be careful. As soon as you mention this word trade, you are going off the topic. Now, I don't want you to worry about this, because almost every student who writes this essay has the same problem, and they start talking about international trade, and we're not talking about that. I want you to think about companies like Nike, Apple Computers, Zara Clothes, who sell all over the world, and the damage that that might do. So it might be that people don't buy local clothes anymore because they all want to buy like Zara, for example, or fast fashion clothes. It could be that everybody goes to McDonald's now and they don't eat at local restaurants. So that's the bad side. Okay, the good side is that, wow, I can learn about how America, the kind of lifestyle in America, and I might want to go and visit there as a tourist, or I might want to lead my life differently because of something I've seen in an advertising campaign. That's really what we want to talk about. You might want to learn a new language because you've seen something about Japan, and you might want to go live there or learn about it. Yeah. So on the one hand, international business, brings with it new procedures of marketing into a host country. Okay, this is because global marketing has increased its strategies in order to get followers across the world, making local markets feel, very nice, feel disadvantaged. So disadvantaged, use it like an adjective. Good. Give me an example immediately. Because you've made a good point, you've developed it. Now I need an example. So back up. Tell me what you mean here. However, the local trade may look at the situation in a competitive way. Yes, which has been creating some trade issues between local and international marketing. Yes, I would almost, if you're going to say however, you almost want to put that in a different paragraph. So here you said, this might be quite exciting. The however bit should come into the on the other hand. So might feel disadvantaged Oh, sorry. So sorry. My fault. Don't use however. However's your wrong word because this is all disadvantaged. So furthermore, this is what you want. The local trade may look on this. Yes, okay. To illustrate this point, labour unions from different cities have claimed to their governments, have demanded, not claimed, demanded, their governments to bring in new regulations so taxes could grow. Exactly. So put an example here, um, or here, okay, and then I think that would be fine. That paragraph. On the other hand, good. Global trade has the power. Global. So don't use that word. Yeah. Advertising campaign, marketing, exchange, Facebook campaigns. Yeah, I mean, you can use real real companies here. Has the power to create relationships around the globe, spreading modern ideas, languages, and customs. Okay, good. That's nice. In other words, um, and let's put some adjectives in here. Interesting new customs. Okay, and modern and innovative. So these are really quick ways to upgrade the language side of your essay and get more marks on language vocab. In other words, international marketing opens new opportunities for future businesses. Okay, now example. Now, tell me what you mean. The reason for this is global businesses are up to date with new methods of trade, which allow local enterprises to become more popular and grow faster on an international scale. His spelling on that one is a T in the middle. If global marketing had not arrived in small cities, their economies, so cities, their economies would not have increased. Good, nice conditional sentence there. Very good. So all this needs, you're doing okay. All this needs is a real example here to show me what this point is all about. Okay. In conclusion, although international trade has brought competitive techniques that to local markets making them feel under pressure, these initial drawbacks, T again in there, may be eliminated by economic benefits, educating the population about new innovations and opportunities. Okay? Okay, so Jessica, you've got lots of good stuff there. It's a little bit hard for me, you can hear, to find my way through your essay. So the coherence is a little bit difficult. So you get marks for task achievement. So the task achievement is have you answered the question? And you kind of half answered the question, although this one, be careful, you've talked about trade. Coherence and cohesion is how easy is it for me to follow my way through? You need a lot of these words. The furthermore, moreover, additionally, the examples to make it easy for me to read it in a logical way. Grammar looks quite nice, and your vocabulary looks quite nice too. Be careful not to repeat the words in the question because you won't get marks for that. So adding adjectives like I just showed you is a really good way to do that. Okay. What I've also done here is include another essay below. I don't usually do this, but this might help you because this is quite well organized. This is another student's example. It's not perfect. You can see my corrections. But it's giving you an idea of some nice vocabulary in here. And this is quite amusing, this paragraph on how sometimes when marketing might go wrong. Okay, so I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's just another example of this is definitely answering the question at the same time. Nice words like slogan, which can connect to the idea of advertising. Okay, my real advice to you is don't do your IELTS in 2 weeks. I think you've got a little bit more work to do. If you need to get 6.5, I'd wait a bit longer. Get involved in the course if you possibly can. I really, really think that would help you and give you a lot more confidence. If you don't feel happy to do that, there's lots of free stuff on the website. Really get into analysing some model essays and what a good, strong essay looks like. I think that might help you. Thanks, Jessica, and really good luck.